Hello everyone, what is going on? TV here today. Welcome to your weekly reset guide for the week of July 26th. This is a weird week, especially for Challenge of Elders, and I was honestly debating not doing this week because honestly the last weekly reset video didn't get very much support. Not many people liked it. But this is such a weird week that I wanted to cover it and let you guys know what's going on. But if this video does not get very much support, if it gets some dislikes and things like that, I think we will discontinue this series, and I'll try and come up with another series to put up in its place. I want to start doing the Overwatch hero guides, because, I did Hanzo a while back, and I never did another one, so maybe that'll take its place. But anyways, on with this weekly reset guide. So starting with Challenge of Others, like usual, the modifiers this week are Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased, and Chaff, player radars is disabled, and super kill bonuses are worth more super kills are worth more points. Sorry, I just woke up. I'm kind of flubbing a lot of words right now, but so be it. The first boss is the Pilot Servitor, the regular Fallen boss. Second boss is the Overmind Minotaur, the regular Vex boss, and then lastly is Val Aruun, the regular Cabal boss. So, Pilot Servitor, I don't believe has any special tricks. He can kind of teleport up on you and do like a close range attack, which could be pretty bad. Overmind Minotaur, I think like he just does that stare, right? Like he just tries to like look at you every once in a while and detain you. It's not that big of a deal. Just take cover whenever that notification comes up or whenever he screeches. And then Val Aruun is actually one of the more difficult boss fights because you have to kill the Scion Flayer that has his shield element on it. So there are 3 Scion Flayers that spawn along with the boss, and I believe it's random, but it could be just a set order. You have to kill the Scion Flayer, Void, Arc, or Solar that matches the boss's shield frequency in order to do boss damage. So I would personally focus on the Scion Flayers first. Try and get those guys killed. You don't even have to do boss damage in between killing the Scion Flayers. You just have to kill the Scion Flayers as fast as possible, and then you can do as much boss damage as you want. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, I suppose, how you do that boss fight, but I just like to do it that way personally. But the other 2 boss fights are very standard. Just do boss damage, kill ad, do boss damage, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, on to my recommended builds. Weapons this week, super kill bonus, obviously. I'm going to recommend Bad Juju. It's just a really solid option. It's a weird week because it's got Brawler. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased, so they like, it's an advantage to melee things, but at the same time you don't want to because it's not melee bonus, right? So I think they meant for Blade Dancer to be a really good option this week, but we'll get into that later. I'm going for the weapons right now. My bad. So anyways, yeah, Bad Juju I think is your best option. I really don't see anything else being that good. If you don't have Bad Juju, then obviously use whatever you want. A hand cannon, a scout rifle, something good in PvE. Something that you can control your shots with and not kill instantly, right? Because you want to kind of, leave some enemies, weak and stuff like that. If you have your super or all that kind of stuff. Anyways, but yeah, Bad Juju's best gun 100% this week. Get your super fast. You don't want to be getting that many gun kills anyway. So once again, sniper rifle for boss damage, machine gun for boss damage, and you'll be just fine. Once again, Monte Carlo for gunslingers out there. If you want to recharge your throwing knives, because getting precision kill throwing knives does get you as much points, or as many points, excuse me, as a super kill with that point bonus, because it counts as it counts as the melee kill and the precision kill. You can just keep throwing your throwing knives. So I would say Gunslinger this week is the most efficient class because you can get a ton of throwing knife kills build up your super with that. Get your, pop your golden gun. Get 3-4 kills if you have achlyophage, and then just keep getting those kills, and that will get you a lot of points. So Gunslinger is really good this week, as usual. It pretty much is good every week because of that kind of throwing knife cheese that you can do. Blade Dancer is also really good because obviously Brawler increases melee damage, also increases the damage your Blade Dance does. So you can pop your, you can run Blade Dance, run Max Intellect, run Tarantella, or what's it called, Mask of the Third Man, and just and run Encore and just literally run around with your Blade Dance and pretty much have it for like a really long time and kill a ton of enemies with it. Counts as both melee kills and super kills. That'll get you a crazy amount of points, I guarantee it. I'm gonna say Blade Dance is probably the best pure point generating class this week. Gunslinger is the most efficient. Blade Dance is the best pure point generating class. So yeah, that's gonna be that. Night Stalker is meh this week because it doesn't, super kills don't count. If you tether the ground, even if you tether a bunch of enemies on the ground and then kill them with your gun, that doesn't count as a super kill. It only generates orbs, and it just counts as gun kills. So I'm gonna not recommend Night Stalker this week. It's a good orb generating class, but there is a better one, and that would be Stormcaller. Let's move on to Warlocks. We're kind of skipping Titans right now, but Stormcallers have always been out there as Stormcaller is the best super in the game right now, 100%. So yeah, just for PvE, PvP, whatever, slaying super wise, Stormcaller is amazing. It generates a crap load of orbs, so you should have at least one Stormcaller on your team with max intellect for this run, in my opinion, to generate orbs. Possibly 2 Stormcallers, but in my opinion, the best build for this week is 3 Guardians, either 2 Stormcallers, 1 Blade Dancer, or 2 Blade Dancers, 1 Stormcaller, all with bad juju, all with max intellect, doing their thing, feeding off each other's orbs, and that would just, that's just how it's gonna go. Like, that's an amazing build right there. You can probably do it with 2 Blade Dancers. That's probably the most efficient way to do it. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. Sunsinger's good as well. I mean, you can get grenade kills and melee kills while in your super. I'm not entirely certain if it counts as super kills when you pop Radiance. I think it does. If it doesn't, then screw me and run Stormcaller. You can get away with Nova Bomb once again, but it's not that great. It's really only good for Nova Bombing people off the spawn. And this week there's no Taken boss fights, so Taken aren't spawning in set positions. Your enemies are going to be coming out of doorways, which makes them a little bit more spaced out. You're not going to get as many kills with AoE supers. And by that same token, on your Titans, Fist of Havoc, Striker Titan, not going to be that great. I would run Sunbreaker, point blank period. Like, there's no other choice here. It's super kill bonus. You want super kills. Run Sunbreaker, period. Max intellect, and do that. That's great. Yeah, awesome. So guys, that is all for Challenge of Elders. I wish you luck on that. I do believe, especially if you pay attention to my strategy where you run 1 Stormcaller, 2 Blade Dancers, this should be an easy 2-run week for the cumulative score. Easy 45,000 point runs of Challenge of Elders this week, if not like more than that, like 50,000 or 60,000. Pretty crazy amounts of points that are possible this week. So that's really cool. Anyways, let us move on to the rest of the weekly reset. So if you guys aren't interested in the rest of the weekly reset, you guys can click off now, but I am going to still do it. For the King's Fall raid this week, Oryx is the challenge mode, so if you don't have that calcified fragment for your Moments of Triumph for this year, go and do that. You can probably find a team on LFG that's half decent now if you have friends that want to do it. Whatever you can do to do that. But Oryx is the challenge mode this week, meaning you have to do the 16 orb strat, I think it's called, where you don't blow up the orbs until the final phase, and you have to run through, I believe, 3 or 4 shades of Oryx. So that's pretty much all it is for the Oryx challenge. Excuse me, I had to burp. The Nightfall strike this week is the Scion Flare strike, I believe. Right? I'm trying to double check this right now. Yeah, it's the Scion Flare Strike. It has epic, heavily shielded, and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Void Burn, void damage from any source is greatly increased. Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Grounded, players take more damage while airborne. And Ironclad, more enemies have shields. Wow, okay, so that is a very, very difficult Nightfall. I would not recommend doing Nightfall this week if you have any desire to keep your sanity. Especially if it's the taken version of this Nightfall Strike, because literally everything does void damage in that version. Yeah, and Grounded, screw that. Yeah, no. I suppose if you did get to the end of this Nightfall Strike, you could farm for the Scion Flare Cloaks if like at least 2 of your fire team have the exotic Void Sword to just kill the Scion Flares super fast. But if you don't, I wouldn't bother. Like I tried my first Nightfall Strike in like 3 months last week, like on Sunday. Like a random guy in the tower was messaging me and was like, "Yo, you want to do the Nightfall?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, sure." You know what we got at the end of that strike? One person got 18 strange coins, one person got 18 3 of coins, and the other person got a really shitty Titan bond. Guess who got the shitty Titan bond? Yours truly! Woo! Alright, so moving on from Nightfall. Weekly Heroic Strikes. Weekly Heroic Strikes have heroic enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Solar Burn, solar damage from any source is greatly increased. Small Arms, primary weapon damage is favored. And Juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon. So, you know, a lot of things do solar damage in Heroic Strikes. But if you're feeling ballsy and you want to farm Vanguard rep and try and get some LDRs, you can absolutely go in with a fire damage sniper, rave slider, or you know the raid machine gun, and a really good primary, and farm it with your team. It shouldn't be that difficult. It should, you know, be pretty awesome. Pretty fun week to do Heroic Strikes, and yeah. Well, I guess we can say the weekly Crucible playlist is Inferno 6v6, so no radar. I believe, what is it? What else does Inferno entail? I'm spacing right now. I know it's no radar. There's no description here because Bungie's awful. But yeah, it's Inferno. So if you know what Inferno is, then you know what it is. I can't really look it up in the middle of this video right now. But anyway, guys, it's gonna be the end of your challenge of Elders, or not your challenge of Elders. Jesus Christ, I really just did wake up. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, that's the end of your weekly reset video. Once again, please support this video if you did enjoy it. But if you didn't, please be honest with me. Let me know. Click that dislike button. Click or you know. Comment down below saying you shouldn't do this anymore. It's not that useful. It's not that entertaining. And yeah, I will probably end up replacing these videos with Overwatch hero guides if that is the case. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys get the loot that you want this week in Destiny. Only 2 more months till Rise of Iron, and I'll see you guys in my next video.